There comes a moment when the weight of who you are collides with the vision of who you could be. And in that split second, you stand at the edge of your old life, trembling, staring into the vast, electrifying unknown. Most people retreat. They crawl back to the comfort of their routines, letting their dreams rot in silence. But you're not most people. If you're listening to this, it means something inside you is aching for more. More meaning, more growth, more power, more purpose. You're tired of surviving. You're ready to rise. Understand this. Everything can change in 1 year. 1 year of absolute clarity, unbreakable discipline, and relentless momentum can shatter the chains of your past and rebuild your destiny from the ground up. 1 year of focus can launch you further than 10 years of drifting. Your life does not change by chance. It changes by force, by choice, and by the unshakable decision that enough is enough. This is your rebirth. It begins now. Transformation does not start with action. It starts with a decision, a line drawn in the sand where the old version of you dies and the new version is born. Right now, make this choice. No more living half asleep. No more pretending tomorrow will save you. Tomorrow is a lie. The only real weapon you have is today, and if you wield it with fire, your future will bend in your hands. Write this down. Scream it if you must. I will not end this year as the same person who began it. Say it until it burns into your bones. Most people think change is gradual, but the truth is change happens in an instant, the instant you decide. From this day forward, you're not allowed to negotiate with your excuses. You're not allowed to crawl back to comfort when things get hard. You are at war with your own mediocrity, and you will win. That single mental decision is the trigger that detonates an unstoppable chain reaction across every dimension of your life. Once the decision is made, the next step is identity design. You cannot transform your life by trying to improve the old version of yourself. You must replace it. Close your eyes and see the person you want to become 1 year from now. Not vaguely, but vividly. Picture their body, their energy, their bank account, their morning rituals, their mindset, the way they speak, the way they command respect when they walk into a room. That future self is not imaginary. They're buried inside you, waiting to be built. So write their story. Craft a detailed vision of who you will be in 12 months. What time do they wake up? What do they eat? How do they think when challenges hit? What are their top 3 priorities each day? Your brain follows identity like a compass. Once you lock onto this future version, every choice either pulls you closer or pushes you further. Decide that every action you take from now on must align with that vision, or it has no place in your life. From this day forward, you're no longer living as who you were. You're living as who you are becoming. The architecture of your new life is built brick by brick, and the first brick is your morning. How you start each day determines everything that follows. Most people wake up and immediately surrender their mind to chaos, scrolling feeds, reacting to emails, drowning in noise. But if you want to transform, your mornings must become sacred. Rise earlier than the world. Create a ritual of power. Fill your first hour with silence, clarity, and movement. Meditate or breathe to still your mind. Move your body to awaken your energy. Read or journal to shape your thoughts. This one habit, practiced relentlessly, will compound into dominance. Because while the world sleeps, you're sculpting your future. That early morning solitude becomes your secret weapon, a fortress of clarity while others stumble through distraction. When you own your morning, you seize control of your life's trajectory. Do this for 365 days. Transformation is not about doing 100 things. It's about mastering a few critical keystone habits that create ripple effects through everything else. These are the habits that, once installed, make all other progress inevitable. Pick 3, just 3. For example, daily exercise, disciplined nutrition, and consistent deep work on your highest value goals. Treat them as sacred. Track them. Protect them with your life. Do not let feelings or convenience decide whether you follow through. Your emotions are not your leader anymore. Your vision is. Every day you complete these habits, you are voting for your future self. And each vote compounds like interest, slowly at first, then explosively. Within months, the results will be undeniable. These small, consistent acts will become the invisible gears turning your transformation forward, until the person you used to be can no longer keep up with the person you are becoming. But you cannot build a new life on the foundation of your old one. If you want transformation, you must burn the bridges to your former self. Audit your environment with brutal honesty. What people drain your energy? What habits poison your momentum? What distractions consume your time and numb your ambition? Cut them off. Rip them out like weeds. Yes, it will hurt. Transformation always requires sacrifice. But understand this. Everything you let go of creates space for who you are becoming. Delete the toxic apps. Distance from people who only know how to pull you down. Redesign your environment so it reflects your future, not your past. Keep your space clean, your surroundings inspiring, your tools for growth visible and accessible. Because you are not just changing habits, you are constructing an entirely new ecosystem around yourself, one designed to make winning automatic and backsliding impossible. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Motivation fades. Inspiration comes and goes. But discipline is the steel spine that carries you through storms. For 1 year, treat discipline as your religion. Show up when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you forge self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of transformation. Start with small commitments you can win daily and stack them. Build streaks. Track them visually. Turn your progress into a game you refuse to lose. Some days you will feel unstoppable. Other days you will want to quit. Those days are your testing ground. The days when transformation is forged in fire. If you can push through when everything in you wants to stop, you become unbreakable. Remember, discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. The freedom to design your life instead of drifting through it. 1 year of pure discipline will do what a lifetime of wishing never could. To become someone you've never been, you must learn things you've never known. Treat your mind like a weapon and sharpen it daily. Read for at least 30 minutes every single day. Not random fluff, but powerful material that upgrades your thinking. Biographies of great achievers, books on psychology, finance, health, mindset, and leadership. Listen to mentors, podcasts, or courses while you commute or train. Immerse yourself in ideas that pull you forward. Your future depends on the quality of your thinking, and thinking improves through learning. One book can ignite an idea that rewires your destiny. One conversation can open a door to an opportunity that changes everything. Knowledge compounds like wealth, and over a year, consistent daily learning will elevate you far above the version of yourself who never invested in their mind. The world rewards those who outgrow their old thinking faster than everyone else. Become obsessed with growth, and you will outpace your old self until they vanish in you. Once the spark has been lit, the key is momentum. Because success does not come from intensity alone, it comes from sustained force. Imagine pushing a massive flywheel. At first it barely moves, your efforts feel invisible, progress is microscopic. But if you keep pushing day after day, the wheel begins to spin faster and faster until its own weight starts working for you. That's what happens when your habits compound. The first weeks of transformation are the hardest. You will fight resistance, doubt, boredom, and the ghost of your old identity trying to drag you back. But if you stay consistent long enough, something magical happens. Momentum takes over. Your brain starts craving discipline. Your body starts adapting to the grind. Your mind begins expecting progress as normal. The effort that once drained you now fuels you. Keep stacking small wins. Track your streaks. Celebrate your effort more than results. And refuse to break the chain. Remember, success is rarely explosive. It is gradual, then sudden. Most people quit during the invisible phase before results show. Don't. Stay in motion long enough, and momentum will transform you from a struggler into a force of nature. Transformation requires you to treat time and energy like gold, because they're the only currencies you can't replace. Every day you waste is a day you could have been compounding your future. Most people say they lack time, but what they really lack is priority. To transform your life in 1 year, become a ruthless architect of your time. Each night, plan tomorrow like it's sacred. Block out hours for deep work on your highest impact goals and protect them like your life depends on it, because it does. Eliminate multitasking, say no to distractions, and build your schedule around focus, not chaos. And just as critical, protect your energy. Energy is your ability to execute, and if it collapses, so does your transformation. By now, your habits are stacking, your energy is rising, your mindset is expanding. But the final key to lasting transformation is identity lock-in, making your new behaviors non-negotiable, part of who you are, not just what you do. This is where most people slip. They achieve progress but still think like their old self, so they eventually sabotage it. You must rewrite your self-image. Stop saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined." Start saying, "I am disciplined." Stop saying, "I'm working on my health." Start saying, "I am healthy." Language is the code of your subconscious. What you repeatedly say becomes what you unconsciously protect. Surround yourself with visual symbols of your new identity. Photos, affirmations, progress charts, reminders. Eliminate all evidence of your old self from your environment. Think of it as stepping fully into a new character. When your identity shifts, your behavior becomes effortless. You no longer try to live differently. It becomes natural, automatic, inevitable. Identity is the final lock that seals your transformation, so the old you can never return. 12 months will pass faster than you can imagine. The question is not whether time will move, it's whether you will move with it. Picture this. A year from today, you wake up and barely recognize the person in the mirror. Your body radiates vitality. Your mind burns with clarity. Your environment reflects order and purpose. Your days run on systems of discipline, and your soul hums with pride. You are living as the future you that once only existed in your imagination. And here's the most powerful truth. It all began with a single decision. A decision to stop waiting for life to change and start forcing it to. 1 year of obsession, focus, and execution can erase decades of mediocrity. While others drift, you rise. While others postpone, you act. While others keep dreaming, you become.